is a TV cook inviting fans around to her place for a good chat and a great bit of food in a new TV series. And the other is a brilliant actor who starred in shows like It's a Sin and fronts the band Years and Years, but is now preparing to fly the flag for the UK at this year's Eurovision Song Contest. Please welcome Dame prue-leith and Olly Alexander.
Hello, both.
Hello.
And we know, of course, that you have history, you two, because of the Bake Off.
Yes.
Olly, how was that for you?
So stressful, but so fun. But yeah, quite hard. Stressful in the tent.
But did you get a Hollywood handshake?
I did get a Hollywood handshake. I made quite a good pie, but then after the pie, it all went a bit downhill, and I didn't do very as well.
Not many people get a Hollywood handshake.
No, barely anybody.
It's hard to come by. Prue, new lineup though, coming for Bake Off in the Stand Up to Cancer Celebrity Special. Who have we got?
Oh, lots, everybody you've ever heard of is there. But the ones that I remember enjoying most is we had one where we had the Reverend Coles and Sarah Cox together. And it was very odd because they just, I don't know, sometimes it just gels and everybody gets on together well. And no.
I can't believe Danny Dyer turned up in it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
he was so funny.
Was it?
So funny. But you know, the wonderful thing about comedians is that you don't have to do any work. You know, the presenters usually have to work quite hard to make bakers who are quite nervous and are not used to being on telly and they don't know about the microwave. You know, they're just scared. They're scared of everything. And so it takes a lot to get them to start talking and be relaxed. But comedians, you don't even have to say hello to them. The minute they see the camera, they're off.
It's the perfect guest. Love
They're
it.
the perfect guest.
Yeah.
They do all the work. And I think one of the reasons we all absolutely love Stand Up to Cancer is because everybody is there because they want to be there. You know, either because they love the show or because they've had some experience with cancer, like some loved person has died of cancer or something, and so that they really want to do it. They're there to raise money. And all. But then, of course, as soon as they get there, because they're comedians or performers or actors or something, they know what's expected of them and they really deliver.
Oh,
Terrific. It's a really fun show to do. Now then, we should say there's just a couple of months until the hopes of the UK are pinned on Olly here as he performs at this year's Eurovision Song Contest in Malmo. No pressure, Olly's going to be fine.
Yeah, now before we chat about what's in store, here's what Olly will be singing on the night. Olly, I've had the privilege of knowing you for a very long time, and you know, I've seen you smash the music scene. I've seen you smash, you know, television and film. I mean, Eurovision. What made you go, yeah, let's do it?
I know. Well, I've always loved Eurovision. I grew up loving Eurovision, like watching it on TV with my family, and I just thought, God, wouldn't it be amazing? I was making a lot of new music for my new album, and I just thought, God, I would love to take a song to Eurovision. And I just feel like the kind of music I love, like 80s music, synth pop, it's like quite a good fit for Eurovision, and I just love to put on a show. So that's what I'm going to do.
You are the perfect person for this, dear.
Thank you.
Do you? I mean, how does the process work? Do you audition for it? I mean, do you apply for it?
I threw my hat into the ring, basically. I said to them, I really want to do Eurovision. Here's a few songs that I think might work. What do you think? Yeah. And, yeah, they said yes.
And here was I thinking you were an actor.
Well, I do both.
He's a triple threat.
Triple threat.
What's the third? Oh, dancing.
Dancing, yeah. Well, but that's it. You know, you always come across as such a confident person. So, I mean, how does this compare to, like, you know, that moment where you were dancing on Elton's piano at the Brits? You know, because that is just pure. Look at that there.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you can't say you were nervous there. So, I mean, how does Eurovision compare?
You know, I feel like this. The thing is, I'm so looking forward to be able to do my song on that stage in front of so many people. It really is like, it is a dream come true, but at the same time, it's a competition and it's like a completely different environment that I'm used to, which is fun and exciting. But I feel quite nervous.
Well, it's a big deal. Douze pois all the way, left. Now then, we've been inundated, okay, with questions from fans.
Ooh.
So we're going to hand over to them, essentially. So Hallie asks, what are the 3 most important things that you will be packing for Sweden?
Oh, okay. Do you know what? I've got this something my mum gave me. It's a traditional little Swedish luck charm. It's called a Dala horse. It's like a mini horse. So I'll take that with me.
Yep.
Probably like some honey, like throat, or like something for my throat.
Yeah.
And knee pads for the choreography.
Yeah.
There you are then.
Very good.
What about this? Craig has said, if you could duet with any former UK Eurovision participant, who would it be?
Oh my gosh, I've got. I loved Imani. I love Gina G. I love Precious. I love Scooch. So it would be any of them, basically. We could all do a big medley together, maybe.
You're a big Gina G fan, then.
Yeah.
Oh, love Gina.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh-ah. Now then, a question from another Ollie. Which entry from this year's Eurovision is your favourite so far, obviously apart from your own?
Oh, it's hard because there's a lot of really, really great entries. Croatian entry, Baby Lasagna.
Baby Lasagna?
Baby Lasagna is going to do very well. I love Juiced from the Netherlands. I love the Spanish entry, Nebulosa. I love the Italian entry, Angelina Mango. So, yeah, there's a lot of really good entries this year.
Hopefully, when they see everyone's name, they're like, these are all really confusing names. Let's just go with Olly Alexander.
Normal names.
Yeah, exactly. Rebecca has asked this question and says, Olly, you've achieved so many incredible things already, like Glastonbury, It's a Sin, working with Kylie, Elton and the Pet Shop Boys. Is there anything else you dream of doing?
Oh, that's so nice. I mean, I just feel very lucky and grateful. I just want to keep going and like maybe I'll write my own film or something. That would be quite fun.
Yeah.
Like a horror movie, maybe.
Horror movie.
Yeah.
Prue's thinking, no, you could call it Baby Lasagna. Charlotte asks, what inspired the whole concept of Dizzy? She says, I'm obsessed with the song and can't wait to see it on the Eurovision stage.
Oh, well, sometimes I just come into the studio with like a word, and that day, Dizzy was the word. I just thought it would be good to have a song. The song was called Dizzy, and then the song kind of just like follows on from that, like what makes you dizzy? I thought dizzy from your kisses, and then the rest of the song kind of followed from that, like stuff about like going around in circles, feeling dizzy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, a lot of people, Ollie, are really keen to know what the staging is going to look like. I don't know how much you've put into the thought of it, but people are already saying, what 3 words would you use to describe the staging in Malmo?
Oh, 3 words. Let's go with evocative, surprising,
Okay.
Good, yeah.
and dizzy-fying. Dizzy. Yes, exactly.
Okay, fine.
Well, Ollie's single Dizzy is out now and you'll be able to see him perform it live on the big night, Saturday, the 11th of May, right here on BBC One.
Come on, Ollie, you got this. Now, talking of music, Beyoncé may be riding high at the top of the charts at the minute with her country-inspired hit, Texas Hold'em. But this weekend, thousands of music fans are packing arenas in Belfast, Glasgow and London for the biggest country music festival in the UK. Now, as we are all preparing to kick off our shoes for the weekend, there's no rest for Prue here, who's thrown the doors open to her own kitchen for a chat and a bite to eat. Let's take a look.
I'm in my 80s, so I...
Programme for a Saturday morning. Now, we just saw the clip there. Your kitchen is an incredible collection of utensils, and you wouldn't expect less from Dame Prue-leith. But Helen asks, what are the 3 cooking utensils that you couldn't do without?
Decent knife, wooden spoon, thermometer.
Ooh, one of those that you stick in a turkey? Or anything else that you wish to stick it in?
Anything else?
Let's move on. Move on.
Now then, it is a lovely series. Stop it. What made you want to invite the cameras in, Prue?
Well, I always wanted a show of my own. I always thought it would be fun to be in charge of who comes and what you do and so on. And I wanted it to be at home because the way I cook now is much more casual and slapdash, really, than when I was a professional chef and having to do things very precisely. Yeah. I mean, now my idea of absolute hell would be to have to, operate a pair of tweezers to put the micro leaves on top of the mini whatever.
Yeah.
So So I thought what I wanted to have was food that is really simple to do, but is really delicious. And because I live in the middle of the Cotswolds, and we have fantastic suppliers, mainly, of course, because there are lots of fairly well-heeled people living in the Cotswolds. So it means that people who have little artisan businesses, bakers, and the chap who does salami, and somebody else who does smoked salmon, and somebody else who makes jams, and who makes cheeses and all sorts of things. I'm very keen to showcase food heroes. So the Cotswolds seemed the right place to do it. And also it meant I don't have to get up early in the morning.
Yeah, well, I love also as well that it's not just you sharing your recipes, your guests are sharing their cooking tips as well, right?
Yeah, yeah, if they like it. I mean, I have to say that one or two of them have said, I don't do cooking. I said, well, I really want to. Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen, for example, I said, what do you give your guests when they come for dinner? And he said, a rotisserie chicken from the supermarket. So that's what we have.
Well,
and
fair
it's
enough.
a very good rotisserie chicken.
I bet it is. Ollie, are you much of a host?
No.
What's your go-to dish? What do you make?
Do you know what I do? I can make a lasagna if I'm a veggie lasagna. If I'm
Lazy lasagna.
A lazy lasagna, yeah. If I'm pushed to it.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Exactly, why not? I mean, my whole point about food is that as long as it's good ingredients and it tastes delicious, you really mustn't be snobbish about it.
No, not at all.
I mean, everybody has a bottle of that famous mayonnaise in their fridge. Not everybody makes mayonnaise from scratch. Hardly anybody makes puff pastry from scratch.
No, you can just get the roly-poly thing.
Absolutely, and it's delicious and it works.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that's new on this programme is a brand new celebrity. It's your husband, John.
I know, I'm frankly pissed off about it.
Well, prue-leith, you can't say that on the One Show. It's a family show.
I'm sorry. I'm very unhappy about it because he has turned out to be an absolute star. I mean, I thought I was being really kind. I thought, well, as it's at home and in our house, the least I can do is let him be in it, or ask him if he'd like to be in it. Well, he turns out to be an absolute natural. And, I keep wanting to say, look, I am supposed to be the telly star around here, But I can see if we ever get a second series, it'll be John Playfair's Cotswold Kitchen, and I'll get a walk-on part, I'll be allowed to.
Oh, it's nice though, isn't it? It's fun to do it together.
It's so fantastic. Prue's Cotswold Kitchen is on tomorrow morning at 11:40 on ITV1 and ITVX. We've had so many comments come in. I do have to say, Ollie, Helen has said as well, just go, Olly Alexander.
Absolutely.
You are amazing.
You are
There you have it. Thanks so much to Ollie and Prue for joining us tonight.
On Monday, Sir Lenny Henry will be here along with some big surprise guests who want to give him a comic relief send-off in style. Have a lovely weekend. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.